Hey guys, it's Omar at Ideal Auto Sales, and in today's video we have this 2015 Audi S3. This vehicle has 47,000 miles. It does have a rebuilt title because it was involved in a minor accident, just like most of our other vehicles that we have for sale here in our lot, located in a San Diego suburb in El Cajon, California. It is sitting on Michelin Pilot Sport 4S's, 235/35/19s all the way around. Great tires for a great car. As you guys can see here in the rear, it does have rear park aid sensors, and it does have front park aid sensors as well. Also in the rear here, an aggressive looking diffuser with quad tips. Now, as you guys may have noticed, there are a couple pinstripes on the side in black and red, which add a very nice touch to the white exterior. Now, I want to show you guys a cool feature that Audi has had for quite a while. First, let's get the key fob here, and let's press and hold the unlock button and see what happens. As you guys can see, all windows roll down and also the sunroof tilts up. Now let's look under the hood, shall we? Under the hood of this 2015 Audi S3 is a 2-liter turbocharged 4-cylinder engine producing 292 horsepower, which is a really healthy figure for a vehicle of this size. Now that enables this vehicle to sprint from 0 to 60 in just 6 seconds. As you guys can see in the engine bay, it's quite clean, no ticking, no knocking, no leaks, no mechanical issues whatsoever. Now let's get in, shall we? Now before we get in, a couple of things to mention here. Of course, this vehicle does have keyless entry, so as long as you have the key in your pocket or in your hand, you can simply press this button to lock the vehicle, or you can reach your hand behind the handle to unlock it. The second thing to mention is that this vehicle does have blind spot monitoring. That little black square that you guys see here on the side mirror blinks in orange once the car senses that there is a vehicle or an object in your blind spot. Now, as we open up the driver door here, the first thing that we see on the door panel is that this vehicle is equipped with the Bang & Olufsen surround sound system, which Audi has packed 16 speakers in this vehicle to give it such an amazing sound experience. But also, we see the S3 sport seats, which are really comfortable with semi-heavy bolstering to really keep you in place. Now looking around in the interior, it's very nice, very simplistic. Audi does give you an S3 plaque here at the base of the steering wheel, which of course the steering wheel does have a flat bottom for a more sporty look. And speaking of the steering wheel, it does have some red contrast stitching to match the middle of the seats. Because this vehicle does have push start, all you have to do is put your foot on the brake and then push this button over here to start the vehicle. As you guys can see, this vehicle does have 47,000 miles and no warning lights on the dash whatsoever. On the steering wheel, you do have a little scroll here to control the screen in the middle, and then you do have a volume scroll here to control the volume of your stereo. Behind the steering wheel, as you guys can see, you do have a pair of shift paddles, which of course adds to the fun aspect of driving this vehicle. Now going over to the middle of the dash here, you do have a pop-up screen. That's right, I said pop-up. You can actually control the screen to either put it up and utilize it, or if you want, you can simply put it away by a touch of a button. How it works is if you press this button right here, you can either put it away, or when you'd like to utilize it, you can press it again and it'll pop out. Next to that switch, of course, you get your traction control, hazards, parking sensors to either turn them off or turn them back on, and then your dynamic drive select, which of course enables you to either put it in comfort mode, auto, or dynamic. Under that, you get your climate controls, of course, and then you do have heated seats on both the front driver and passenger. And then under that, you get a storage cubby and a couple of cup holders. Behind the gear selector, you do have a little knob here and some controls. This is how you actually control the infotainment screen. Now, as you guys can see, it is flickering, but that's because of my camera. It doesn't actually flicker like that in person. And this vehicle does have a backup camera, which is a nice safety feature to have. This vehicle does have a power-operated sunroof, which of course you can control right here. Now let's go ahead and take a listen to that exhaust, shall we? Man, oh man, does that sound good for a stock exhaust. Now let's get into the rear and see what we're working with. Now, opening the rear door here, of course, Audi has made use of the same nice materials that they used up front. Sitting in the rear here is comfortable, not for some taller people, but it's definitely doable for a small vehicle. For comfort, you do have some AC vents in the rear and also a cigarette lighter outlet. Now the trunk can either be opened by a push of a button from inside of the vehicle on the driver's side door panel, or you can simply reach under the Audi badge and push a button, or you can push the button on the remote here. For this size of a vehicle, this is actually quite a big trunk, which is really nice. Now, one last thing to mention here before ending the video. This is the Prestige trim, so it is equipped with the Matrix LED lighting, which is quite useful. I do appreciate you guys tuning into this video. If you guys are interested in inquiring about this vehicle, or if you have any other questions, go ahead and hit the link that's down in the description below. Thanks for watching today's video, guys, and we will see you next video.